Hey guys, it's Michelle again. No joke, I thought I recorded a 15-minute video, but it didn't record at all. That's the first time I've ever done that. I hope you all get a kick out of that, because it's kind of a funny image to me. Like I'm just sitting there talking, rambling on like I do for 15 minutes. Come to find out, I was just talking to my computer. It wasn't even recording me or anything. I'm a little sniffly still. I think it's just allergies. So, might have to just bear with that. Alright, so I made a video last night. Pretty typical of my other videos. Little self-loathing and depressing and boring and long-winded. And someone commented on it and made me realize that I complain a lot, and I don't really apologize for that because it's my YouTube account, that's what I do. And then you guys talk to me and I feel so much better. But they made me realize that I haven't really talked about, like, I rarely talk about, like, how happy I am about my transition. Like, yeah, I'm really, confused and unsure about who I am, but in general, I'm pretty happy. I'd say I'm really happy. And they also made me realize, and this is actually the thing I was trying to get at, but I couldn't muster in my head, transition does not fix all your problems. And, I'm young, I'm 21, I have only been on hormones for like almost 8 months, I'm not that far along in my transition, so I'm sure a lot of you transitioners are like, well, no shit. But, and I knew that too, but I think it's important that I share that bit of information. I feel like if that's what this channel is there for, then that's what I should do. So, and I'm actually made a little list of the things I wanted to talk about. And because I've already done this once, maybe I can kill some time and not spend 15 minutes on it. So, I'm happy with who I am for the most part, I've stressed a lot about how I'm just not so interested in, like, drawing anymore. And it's hard to express how crazy that is to me, like, just over a camera. But my whole life, it's been like, Michelle's the art kid. Michelle's going to do something with art. Michelle's going to be an animator. I mean, that has been the dream for me my entire life. So then when that goes out the window, I'm literally, I've been in my house for like 2 years just like, now what? Which seems a little dramatic, I'm sure, but I've been doing other things in the past years besides moping about not knowing what I want to do with my life. And so I've been really worried about that, but I kind of realized, actually while making that last video that didn't get made, or recorded rather, I may not be passionate about drawing anymore, but I have achieved the biggest dream I had as a kid. The biggest dream I had as a kid, and that was to be a girl. And I feel like not everyone gets to achieve the dream they had as a kid. Some people are like, I want to be an astronaut. Some people are like, I want to go, be president and all, and as a kid, those are like real dreams. And for me, I feel so blessed that I get the chance to be the person I wanted to be, And of course, as a kid, I'm not thinking like, I'm going to be a girl who does this. It was just, I'm going to be a girl. I want to be a girl. I want to have long hair. I want to dress cute. I want to wear long flowy dresses. And what am I doing today? That exact same shit. And the best part, I do it while looking good. Yeah. And this isn't like, yes, I'm like praising myself a bit, but I'm praising everyone, every trans person who's taken that step for themselves, because really, it is a huge step in your life. I mean, it's just so, I don't even know. I mean, I could cry about it, but I'm not going to, because there's no need to. So yeah, I'm a happy person at this point. I'm a confused person, and the adult, now that I'm a girl, the kid in me is like, yay, forever play dress up. But then the adult in me is like, right, so about real world, real life problems, we need a job or something. So, you know, trying to rediscover the parts of myself that, frankly, were kind of ignored growing up. A lot of my time was spent drawing women, thinking about the kind of character I wanted to make, and honestly, I feel like I was trying to design the person I want to be. That's honestly how I feel about it. And now that I'm not, so focused on that, I can really find out what my path is. What direction I need to go in. And by the way, I'm outside. Just a random tidbit. I thought it would be refreshing. I'd be, it's like sunset. Here's me in natural light. I was listening to some good old rock and roll a minute ago. There we go. I recorded the whole last video with some music in the background, but that didn't work out. So anyway, yeah, it's a daunting thing to really try to find out who you are again. But I think it's a pretty normal thing at my age. I think most kids are figuring it out. I just feel like I'm just so lost. But they might be baby steps, but I'm taking the steps to figure it out. And for the most part, I'm a really happy person. What else do I want to talk about? So yeah, transition won't fix your problems, but it will clear up a huge, for most trans people, I feel like this is the biggest problem in their life. And until they face it, it's all they focus on. And once it's there, once you've dealt with it, I swear, everything else, I'm pretty sure, is just going to be butter. It's going to be smooth and easy. Because this was my biggest thing, And now, everything is just secondary. I'm like, well, I'm a girl now, shit. I could be a homeless person as long as I'm a female homeless person. That's not true, but you know what I'm saying. It's not going to fix all your problems. So really, when you start your transition, be realistic about it. You're becoming a girl, but that doesn't mean you're becoming a happy, successful girl. You're just a girl now, or a boy now. I hope I have trans guy followers or people who watch this. Yeah, that's cool. I hope lots of people. It'd be really cool if I got people who weren't necessarily transgender, but felt like I had something to say that was good. I don't know. Alright, so kind of unrelated, but still kind of related. And the same idea that I feel like a lot of trans people believe that transitioning will fix all their problems. I feel like I've run into, this early in my transition, I've run into a lot of different mindsets and feelings and ideas that I just feel like are wrong, in the trans community. I feel like for example, the idea that transitioning will fix all your problems. That's wrong. I feel like that's a misconception. I feel like our people need to be better informed about that. And I think one of the biggest things too that we as trans people, and we as just people in general, need to understand is that everyone else in the world needs patience. We understand the transgender situation because we have to live it and we have to figure that out for ourselves, but most of the rest of the world does not understand. And that is just something we have to be patient with, really. We have to nurture that. We have to allow people to not get, angry is one thing, but we cannot obviously let them, be hurtful. We cannot, we will not stand for harassment, discrimination, none of that. But people are going to get angry because they're confused. And we just have to be patient with that. We have to be patient with their confusion and their rage, but not with their discrimination and their hate. Well, people are going to hate. You know what I mean. Violence is not the answer, so we can't be violent either. And that goes for everything. That whole idea of being patient. yes, my family might. I mean, this is a small example, but like my family might make little slip ups with like pronouns or using my girl name. For the most part, they don't slip up anymore, but they do, and I can look past that. It's whatever. But even bigger things like some of the older people in my family have. I don't think they quite understand the difference between being gay and being transgender. And you just have to be patient with that. And you should not ostracize members of your family who don't understand, because they just don't understand. Now, it's one thing if, like I said, if they're being hateful and all of that business, don't be around that. Don't be around people who are just going to keep you down, but we have to be patient. And by that, I mean, if they slip up, maybe correct them, but for the most part, I think they'll know when they're messing up. And then, Also, another thing that I feel like a lot of trans people do, or at least trans women, is a lot of them feel entitled to sort of withhold from like their dates or their partners that they're like transgender. I don't know how you withhold that from a partner, but unless you're like post-op, I guess. That I can understand. If you want to keep your past, that's whatever. Actually, I don't know if I could say it's whatever. That's a decision you have to make for yourself. Personally, I don't think I could actually not tell the person I'm with for the rest of my life that, I'm not going to leave out my whole childhood. I'm just not. But when you're not post-op, when you're pre-op or non-op or whatever, I don't think it's right to sorry, I'm having a moment. Having a moment here with the Steve Miller Band, The Joker. That's the end of the song. Damn it. Alright, so if you are going on a date, or if you're, if you have the intention to sleep with someone and you're like pre-op, I think, in fact, you should tell them. I hate it when I hear trans women get all bent out of shape when they go to bed with a dude, and that's when he finds out that she's transgender. Not that excuses him from like beating her up or something. That's bullshit. Like, I call shenanigans on that. That's no good. But yeah, he's gonna get upset. Yeah, he's gonna be confused, because who wouldn't? Like, obviously, because I'm transgender, I'm not gonna be like, holy shit, if like I find out that the guy I'm with is a female to male transsexual, but I'm not going to be necessarily happy that they withheld that from me, because I'm not into vaginas. And that's all that is. I mean, it's just like, some dudes are not going to be okay with the fact that you have a penis. They're just not compatible physically like that. And that's just something you're going to have to respect and just like get over. Sorry, it's getting kind of dark. So, and that's something that I'm going to have to deal with as well, starting this fall, going to college and dating. And I'm not looking forward to hearing, a lot of rejection, I don't know if I'm going to tell them the first date or the second date, but, it's going to be early on, just so, like, I don't need to, if he's, like, what if he's an asshole? Like, I don't need to keep dating an asshole. I need to figure that out sooner than later. And, also, I don't want to feel like I'm leading him on. I'm just going to be straight up like, hey, I'm transgender. I'll understand if you're not cool with it, but that's my deal. So take it or leave it. That's pretty much all I had to fucking say. I guess, like, so just be patient with people. We're not going to get anywhere by not being patient and just letting people be jerks and idiots. Don't let them take advantage of you, obviously. Don't let people, bring harm to you, but I just can't stop touching myself here. We can't be spiteful. There's no room for spite or for hate. There just isn't. Not today. Not when we're just starting to be known in the public, I don't know about you, but I'm seeing all over the place, like all over news stations and specials on TV and stuff about transgender people. So it's getting out in the public now, like Chaz Bono on Dancing with the Stars. Like, it's becoming normal, almost. And now it's not the time to start getting all up your ass about shit. Like, just start your transition, you know, arrange your life accordingly. Get rid of the people who are not going to be there for you. Support the people who are trying or who just don't understand just yet. They will. If they're still there, if they're still in your life, chances are they want to be. They're just having a hard time. And then be true to other people. I'm not saying, when I get to know new people, I just tell them, I'm Michelle. And if I feel like telling them my business, that's my prerogative. But if you're going to be intimate with someone, it takes two to tango, sweetheart. And if you're gonna be sexual with someone, they have to know. And don't spring it up on them the last second. That's dangerous. Dangerous. Alright, I probably went over longer than my last video, but maybe it's more concise. I had less ums and blank places. Stay true to yourself, despite how ridiculous and frustrating our obstacles are. Everyone deals with shit. Everyone. We all deal with ignorant assholes who can't handle themselves, who are going to judge you. But just be chill, girl. Just handle it. Alright, that's all I really had to say. I'm happy with my life. I hope you're happy with yours. Transition's a beautiful thing, but it's not going to solve all your problems.